Hey guys, what's up? Coach Jake here, Ironclad Methods. Hey, look, so I want to walk y'all through some today, talking about like all the mistakes that people are making, the way that we're thinking about wrestling. Right now, people think about wrestling in this very linear way, and I watch it just play out in matches all the time, even at nationals at a pretty high level. You can watch this just slowly play out, and it's driving me nuts. I want to kind of walk y'all through a simple exercise here to change you from the way that most people are thinking about wrestling and strategizing matches into what you should be doing, what we recommend here using the Ironclad method to get you guys dialed up and get you right, okay? Right, so the first thing I like to do is I take a wrestler, I'm like, hey, let's list out all your offense from neutral, okay? So they started, and give them 15 seconds. So they're gonna go single leg, double, they're gonna go fireman's, high crotch, headlock, oh, what's up? They've got a low single, boom, and oh man, I got a cow catcher here. What's up, cow catcher? Get some. All right, not all the way legible, right? But this is the way. So this is the way the guys are running. So when you come out to wrestle a match, okay, they get started beforehand, and the first thing they're going to do. So the match is getting ready. I see this all the time when we're warming up for matches. One of my wrestlers like, hey, I'm gonna go out here and take this guy down on a single leg. And it's 90 seconds, 2 minutes, 5 minutes before the match. It's not a time to really coach them up, but they're making this mistake all the time where they've already pre-decided they're going out there to take this guy down with the single leg, okay? When really, I don't know if that's the right answer or not, okay? And so what happens, they go out here to wrestle a match, okay, and they've already decided that they're going to hit their single leg. Again, this happens in matches. We'll be warming up at nationals, especially if they feel a little vulnerable, if they're wrestling another really good guy, someone as good as them or better, okay? It happens a lot then that's when good wrestlers make this mistake, and then I would say young wrestlers are doing this all the time. This is really the only way that they think about matches. And so they go out here, they've already decided they're gonna hit a single leg. The match starts, they try their single leg here, and it doesn't work, boom, they get taken down, okay? Or it just didn't work, maybe they didn't get taken down yet. They tried again and again and again, and it's not happening. So they give up the single leg, they're losing 2-0, okay? They get back on their feet. If you do a good job, you get to your feet, you wrestle all the way back up. It's 2-1 here, and I'm like, dang, single leg is off. No good on the single leg, so they go to the next one on their list. Typically, their best move is going to list it up top. That's what they're going to do every single time. So then they get ready to hit their double leg, and it's not their best thing. It's their second best thing, if that, okay? Maybe they haven't even prioritized how good everything is. So they try their double leg. It's not even their best thing. Their best thing didn't work. Now they tried this, and they're only thinking about this. They're not setting it up or anything else. They're telegraphing what's going to happen. And so they try their double leg, boom. No good. It doesn't work, okay? By now, I'm down 4-2. By the way, 70% chance if I give up this first takedown that I lose the match. 70% chance, okay? Single leg's no good, double leg's no good. They're like, man, I'm gonna try my fireman's one more time. It doesn't work. It's trash too. It's your third best thing against a guy who already shut you down early, okay? And so by this time, like, guys are getting desperate. So they've got more moves, okay? But really, they already know, like, hey, this isn't working out so well. And so they immediately jump down the list into like a headlock or a cow catcher, some home run thing, maybe a body lock, right? Maybe a body lock, something here, okay? Bear hugging this dude, whatever. And so they go to try this. They go to hit one of these here. It doesn't work. They go to their back, and they immediately, you just see them kind of give up the pin. They just give up. They get flat. And not because they couldn't fight off their back, but they know, statistically, man, they're already losing big. They try a body lock and it doesn't work. They go down 5 more points, okay? It's like 11-2 or something here if this plays out, right? And they're on their back. They just go ahead and give it up because they're not planning on winning this match anymore anyways, right? And so we see this happen all the time in wrestling. This is broken. This is broken. If you've watched a couple thousand matches, you could, this same formula plays out all the time. It doesn't matter what the exact technique is. It doesn't matter who the kid is or what weight class or what tournament. This is the same process that's playing out over and over and over again, and the best coaches will tell you, okay? We've got an alternative to that. We've got the new way to be thinking. We're going to use the Ironclad method right here next. Sick. All right, look, so here, back with you guys. This is what we call the Ironclad method, okay? This is something we created. And this is, once we start explaining this to you, this looks crazy complicated, and I guess at some level it can be. We're going to start with like the most simple version of this, okay, just as primitive as it could get to help you guys understand what we're talking about here, right? So on the back side we had single leg written down, we had double leg written down, okay, we had a snap down written down, okay, and so what we're talking about here is the idea that I don't just have a single leg and this is on my thing. We have other techniques that are going to pair with this, okay? And so we use a model here that's really common in the military. We say 2 is 1, 1 is none. 2 is 1, 1 is none, okay? So if you have a single leg here, so we start out with the biggest part of the triangle here, and we're gonna talk about our tie, right? So we're going like double inside ties here, meat hooks, okay? This could be anything, but we're gonna start here with double inside ties, and we have our single leg here in the bottom right. Single leg, it's my favorite move, okay? And what we're looking for is we're talking about 1 is none, okay? 2 is 1. So we're gonna take our single leg, a leg attack here, and we're gonna pair it with, let's say, our snap down here, okay? So we have these together. I typically like to think about this stuff as being left and right. This is a great way to do it, and then high and low. This is a great way to kind of lay this thing out on here, okay? It doesn't have to be that way, but I typically try to organize it that way in my brain. It makes it even simpler. So I have single leg here. If the single leg's not there, then we're going to our snap down. We're looking to attack the guy's head. We don't just keep going single leg, single leg, single leg, single leg when we're telegraphing our technique. This is so easy to stop. Low-level wrestlers do this all the time, okay? And you also see this tremendously in fatigued wrestlers, right? Fatigued wrestlers where this happens a lot. So I'm going single leg, single leg, single leg, okay? Even if I started out early pairing my single leg with a snap down, where I tried to single leg, it's not there, we jump up to my snap down, okay? And I try to attack his head. If I don't score by snapping his head down, then I go back to my single leg, and we're just playing back and forth between these two, okay? And then right here in the middle, we have the read, okay, where we're talking about what actually separates these two. What is the detail that I'm looking for that helps me choose between whether I want to single leg this guy or whether I snap him down, right? And so, I mean, this could be super detailed. We're just going to say, you could be head up, boom, head up would take him this way, right? And then you could say leg back, okay, leg back, or head down, boom, would take you this way, right? Okay, and so I typically do this with a couple different colored markers here to help understand which is which. Boom, we can leave that blank, right? And so you've got, if his head is up, leg forward, boom, leg forward. So head up, leg forward, we're going single leg here, okay? If he's got his head down and his leg back, we tried to single leg him, he gets his leg back, he gets his head down with us, then we're going back up here to our snap down, and we play back and forth between these two techniques. This is dynamic wrestling. This is dynamic wrestling. 2 is 1, 1 is none. When you really get good, okay, and you add a third to this, okay, you add a third position, like maybe your high C or a double leg here in this technique, we call that ironclad. If you get in every position and you have 3 attacks, okay, this is going to be near impossible to stop. All right, and so we'll talk more about this. There's a whole lot of other ways this plays in, and then even once you get into this, as you see your snap down, you get into 3 finishes off of this, 3 finishes off your double leg, 3 finishes off your single leg. You slowly map out what you really want to do next. This is the ironclad method. This is the way that everyone should be thinking about wrestling. Make sure you follow along. Stay with our other videos in the series here. We're going to talk about where this chart has value and how it's going to elevate your wrestling across the board. We'll see you guys soon. Later.